Sweet.
Cool.
Let's go for it.
We're live.
Happening, guys.
Happening, beats on.
Finally, we're here.
Yeah, no. Mate, life's been fucking busy though.
Let's update the fans with what's been happening in the Scotch Beef podcast world.
Fucking rammed, man. I'm genuinely, I'm so busy. It's nuts. I just don't have.
We basically recorded episode 5 about 2 weeks ago, and we watched it back. And the whole fucking thing was like pure jumping and lagging, and so we're like, oh fuck, we can't upload that. So it just got delayed, and then we tried to rearrange, and we just all three of us schedules were just all fucking
all over the place.
Apart from Fraser, the plumbing doesn't do anything, but
no. But yes, we're finally here. So this is our re-record. So we'll try and remember all the amazing intellectual stuff that we said in the first one.
Me and Fraser said.
Yeah, no. all the fuck ups that I made, I can redeem myself.
You'll have notes of it ready.
I know, I've got this. That's me bringing them up now. I've got it saved.
What?
He's winding you up. So yeah, how's everyone been though? Well, how's training been? What's the chat?
Oh, my training's been pish.
Yeah, mate.
Fraser's not been having a good time, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm going to sneeze again, sorry.
You're a fucking waste man, mate. You're a waste man.
It's past.
Waste man things.
Nah, I've done something to my neck. So I took basically a week off training. All that. Just...
His neck was getting pushed too far back.
I know. Oh, Darren! Back out this booty!
I know.
Yeah. So that's kind of set me back, but I've been to like physio and chiropractic appointments and stuff like that to try and get it released out.
Are you going to see Big Shona?
Aye, Shona had a right rummage about it.
Is she?
I would definitely rethink how you just described her.
No, but I mean that.
Shona definitely rummaged in about it.
Shona's not big. If she's watching,
it's a term of endearment. It's like, oh, Big Darren, like you're not big. Do you know what I mean? You just call you Big Darren. It's a term of endearment.
Big Shona.
That's the most backhanded compliment you could ever give a bodybuilder.
Oh, fucking hell, man! Get your tampons deployed.
And me. Get on.
Don't
worry, it's all love.
No.
Yeah, my update is just a quick one, just off the back of what Fraser said. So Fraser's not really been able to train that much, so I've just been kind of training myself this week. I just want to quickly touch on, like, you don't quite realise how beneficial a training partner is, or how much you appreciate having someone until you don't have them anymore. Because this week has been really hard for me, like, just to motivate myself.
Really?
Yeah, like, not really. I'm always the kind of guy that I've got so much fucking discipline that I'll just always get on with it. But like, if I was very slow to start my workouts, like, so I've definitely missed having Fraser.
Yeah,
I've missed training a lot.
You're sure? Are you not training at all, then, Fraser?
I trained yesterday and today, like very light sessions. I didn't want to go over above 100 kilos on anything.
Is this
because I'll move that about no problem.
Is this your neck? Like your
so yeah, it's like my right side of my neck and my trap's completely seized up. So like my head rotation's even fucked. So like as soon as I carry any weight, it just feels it yank.
I was like going like this, like I was going Fraser and he was going.
Yeah.
Like,
and that wasn't even. I never realized that. You know, whenever you see people do that with sore necks, you're like, you're a fucking fanny. Shit, you don't even realize. You just do it. Oh fuck! What? I can't take that.
Mate, when I used to play rugby, that used to happen all the time, and it was fucking horrendous. It was horrendous. Because I used to get that when I was playing rugby.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
And it was fucking horrendous, man.
Yeah, but I've just been cracking on just as normal. But what about you, Taylor? You've been all over the place, literally, location-wise, fucking.
Back in Edinburgh now, back in the flat. So, it's all right, mate. Like I was saying, I'm a country boy. I think I've like grew up in like Glasgow in the city my whole life. So I'm kind of done with like cities, to be honest with you. It doesn't really do it for me.
Yeah.
If it wasn't,
like get out of the country, we can shag the animals.
Exactly. More anabolic, mate. But yeah, mate, genuinely, if there was jobs out in the country, which there's fucking none, then I'd be there. But got to try and actually survive, because bodybuilding's not cheap, as you know. Most fucking expect, mate. See when people start like, it's not. You just have to pay for a gym membership. Nah, do you fuck?
That's you don't even think about that. That's like Netflix.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's a fair. Yeah, that is true, man. But now, mate, it's just like, back to it though. But yeah, mate, I just can't wait to get away again. It's bad. It's bad, mate. I'm already back at work. I'm fucking dying to get away. It's horrible. But it's all right. I'm surviving.
Yeah. So I think today we're gonna cover just one kind of main topic, just chat about it. So yeah, cheat meals.
Oh, you all right there, Fraser?
What?
You just feel like cheat meals. Get a bit excited.
You want a cheat meal right now? I'm so hungry.
Get a bit randy.
Everyone's favourite topic.
Here also, just before I go off on a tangent, by the way, there's actually a game. There's actually just like this new map update in Warzone, and Darren might actually not be shite at it. Yeah.
What one?
Possible.
They dropped 3 Juggernaut suits.
You better fucking edit this bit out. Who the fuck gives a shit about this?
No, it's fine because bodybuilding and COD goes hand in hand. So hopefully Darren won't absolutely suck ass. He's got a big massive. We've got about infinite health.
There's hope. There's hope for the boys that are shit at Call of Duty.
Let's get back to the grind.
But yeah, so cheat meals. So just to generally kind of chat about cheat meals. What do we think of them? Do we use them ourselves? Yeah. Do we use them with clients? So want to go first?
So I definitely think we'll start straight at the back with saying, because we obviously talk about competing in bodybuilding and general normal clients, there is a difference in how you can handle cheat meals and stuff like that. What would
you say a cheat meal is? Can you what's your definition of a cheat meal? Because maybe people watching that don't even know what a fucking.
That's a good question.
An absolute spanner out there that doesn't even.
Probably a takeout, because like you could do fakeaways and stuff like that. Sometimes that doesn't necessarily be a cheat meal.
In my opinion, my definition of a cheat meal is anything that's not on your diet plan, like a meal outside of your diet plan. So for me, I've got my 5-6 meals a day. I do the same with clients. They've got their 5 or 6 meals, and then like once a week we'll do a treat meal, or like I call it more like a night off.
Yeah, I call it
like just an off-plan meal. And I think the best way to kind of structure it would be, I'll just tell you what I tell my clients. So I tell my clients on a Saturday to follow their normal diet throughout the day. So like meal 1, just as normal, meal 2, meal 3, maybe meal 4, and then meal 5 and 6, you're going to replace those 2 meals with just whatever you want.
Yeah.
So that's my kind of general rule for kind of my lifestyle, my general population clients. If I had a client who was competing and getting ready for a show, it would obviously be different. If you're getting ready for a show and you're a lot more serious about your results and wanting quicker results, I don't think there's much benefit in having a weekly cheat meal.
Yeah.
When you're getting ready for a bodybuilding show, I think you need to be more tactical with things. So you need to give your body a refeed or a treat meal whenever it kind of needs it. So if you're like 24 weeks out from a show and you're really, really fat, you've got loads of fat to lose, you don't need a cheat meal. So obviously, I know you guys will agree with that. When you're getting
I think I definitely agree with tactical. There can be like some rare occasions where you need to give somebody like a cheat meal every week. It's rare though, but like there is guys out there that do need that.
Yeah.
I think it just depends person to person. I mean, with competitive clients and stuff like that, I definitely think it's as and when. It's not a case of like, oh, we just give you to kind of keep you on plan and keep you motivated. It's like that. As and when you need it, and if you need it, because you could go a whole prep and not need one. Like definitely like smaller girls and stuff like that. Nah, they won't need a cheat meal. They don't carry the same mass or anything like that that justifies giving it. When it comes to a general client, if it helps make things more sustainable, depending on how fast they want results or not. If they want it really, really fast, just cut them out. You'll get there a lot quicker. But if it's something that's kind of more gradual process about kind of making lifestyle changes and stuff like that, then include them every so often, just try and compensate for it. Whether it be like, cutting carbs out of meals to save up for the one in the weekend or something like that, anything.
I think that's an important point to emphasize what you just said, Fraser, that if you need to understand, or that for people listening, you need to understand that if you don't have cheat meals, you're going to get to your desired goal quicker. You need to understand that if you want to have weekly cheat meals, that's fine and you can do that, but it's going to delay you getting results quicker. So if you're all about, I want results as fast as humanly possible, don't have cheat meals. But if you're just kind of a wee bit more general and you're just wanting things to be a bit more sustainable and you're wanting quite a good, I think it's important if you want a good relationship with food, not to restrict yourself so much. That's obviously extremely important for like general lifestyle clients. If you're just trying to get yourself in decent shape for a holiday and you're just wanting to live a healthier lifestyle, I definitely think it's something you should implement. Like have some junk food every now and again. It's all about balance, really.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think even your general fitness, like, oh, I'm looking to get better and stuff like that, but I'm not in too much of a hurry for it. Definitely do think that at the beginning, they should try and go through a phase of trying to be really strict and stuff like that for a good chunk anyway, because it will massively help and kind of get them off to a good head start.
It's a good tactic. It's a sort of tactic to get the ball rolling with a diet, is what you're saying.
And to be honest with you, see if you're starting a diet, that's probably you're going to be most adherent and not even going to be, because you've set yourself a target. You won't even think about it. And that's kind of how I am just now with Callum, because I've not had one in God knows how long now. But I'm not even thinking about it. Like, I don't have that like food focus, so it's really actually interesting to understand the psychology behind it. Again, like even with the actual like referring to it as like a cheat meal, like that's got such negative connotations that it almost makes you think of such dirty food. Whereas if you have like an off-plan meal, it probably sounds a bit more vanilla, but you don't think of something quite as extreme. You know, so like like even like the psychological implications of it is so different. You know, and
like there's so many terms that we have, but like you could call like what people have, like say if you're kind of like having an off-plan meal, you could say that was just like something still with healthy sources and stuff, but not as bad as what you would say a cheat, like a takeaway is, or then you've got like what we'd say is a binge, and like just doing it non-stop. Like, it's just, you could say it's different levels of what you go for. But I do get what you mean. Like I do think there's negative connotations and stuff like that, but we all know what you mean.
Why don't we all give examples of like a dirty cheat and then a clean cheat? So if people are kind of wanting to know what,
I wouldn't say there's such a thing as would you say a clean cheat. I would just say is like that's an off-plan meal.
Yeah, so like a clean cheat.
That's like something like sushi.
Yeah, so like Nando's.
Something that Nando's is an amazing example.
That's what I say to clients a lot. Like if you're really, really struggling, you want to socialize and have that kind of like going out aspect for food, Nando's is a good option.
Yeah, Nando's is great. It's basically like chicken and rice with some salad.
It's fucking bang as well, man. Oh, I'd fucking so good on pizza, to be honest with you.
Steak and chips. That's like a kind of easy off-plan meal. It's not you're not eating junk food. It's actually good.
Yeah, there's still an element of like maybe quality to the nutrition you'll be getting out of it as well.
Yeah, so that if you're again, there's so many avenues you can go down when you're talking about cheat meals, like because you could either just eat absolute junk and like artificial shit, or you could actually be a wee bit tactical with what you eat. And like, so for example, if you have like burgers and fries, but make like homemade burgers and have like actual proper Aberdeen Angus beef that's got plenty of protein, plenty of creatine, that's gonna, or Scotch beef, plenty of Scotch.
That's what I was like, just thinking, why did you say that?
Yeah, no, man, I'll be shite.
Aberdeen Angus. But yeah, like if you make homemade burgers, there's going to be an element of amazing quality nutrition in that. It's not just absolute garbage that you're putting in your body. Like a Domino's pizza is just pure stodge and salt. It's just bad.
I never whenever I prep someone or like for a photo shoot or show or anything like that, I've only ever said one condition, and is just don't go for a Domino's, because that is your first meal off plan. Wreaks havoc with your stomach for days.
Yeah. I don't know about you guys, but every time I eat a Domino's pizza, I feel so lethargic and terrible after it.
It's because you suffer so much fucking dehydration because there's so much fucking sodium in it. It'll fucking ruin you, mate. It'll ruin you. All this shit. There's probably MSG in it, which is going to be equally as horrible for you.
Yeah.
It's such a bad idea, man. I mean, like, you can't...
Probably the type of gluten in it as well. All be shite.
Yeah. So, like, Taylor, you're off to a good start with your online coaching. Like, how have you been, like, handling the whole cheat meal thing with your clients? Like, are you doing it every week? Or are you, like, just independent?
I've been working with people for a little while now, and the people that I've been working with, you know, they're in an open communication with, and I'm quite fortunate that the people that I work with are quite motivated, and you know, and if they ever do, they'll swing it by me in advance and understand the protocols in advance and how to treat it. Like you were saying, like perhaps taking meals away, you know, just trying to, and the way I like to give my clients, I give them a meal plan, but they also know their macros as well. So for example, if they do go on, like going out for a meal or something, you know, they know their macros, they don't have an excuse not to track it. And I always make that clear, because I never want someone to feel restricted with a diet anyway. So, you know, I have, you know, their macros allocated for each meal. I have them broken down really evenly, and I understand what should be where and when should have it. And I try to educate them as well, so that they know how to handle certain situations. So for example, I've got a client next week who's going down to England with work. He's like, telling me I'm going to really struggle. I'm like, mate, you know, you've got your macros, you know, I never want you to feel restricted, man. Like, you know, you've got My Fitness Pal, it takes 2 minutes, you know, we'll work it out. We know when to have we know about our peri nutrition, so we're, you know, pre and post workout is going to be sorted. But apart from that, mate, work around it. Like, you know, you've worked so hard all this time, you know, there's no harm in just taking a couple of meals out one day and then going out with your mates and going out in a work meal. Like, you can make it work, and that's what you know, I'm so aware of that. People aren't going to be like me. People aren't going to be like us. They're not going to want that, and they're not going to, you know, be so focused about eating the same things. Like, they'll probably get bored after a certain bit, and that's what I'd never want people to feel, because then that's when people feel trapped and people feel like they can't have different things. That's when their mind's going to start wandering. But that looks really fucking good. I might just sneak that in, and Taylor's not going to know. Like, I will. Like, if you do eat something, like, and this is what, like, and you guys will have it the same. Like, you can tell when someone's had. You get an eye for it. You can understand when someone's got stuff.
Oh yeah, like water retention and stuff. You do see it. It's
so obvious, you know, and you know, there's different, a bit of water retention perhaps from, you know, poor recovery, poor sleep, and then there's water retention from a big scran. Like, it's two totally different things. So, you know,
definitely think like flexible dieting can be useful.
100%.
In my opinion, it sucks, but like being on a strict diet plan, you will always see better results. If you have to flexible diet though, is fine, but you'll always you'll get better micronutrients out of staying on a kind of like plan where you know you're going for like proper good regular sources than what you will from like going flexible, using loads of zero cal stuff, because that usually always sets your cravings off like mad, and you kind of end up in a shite cycle with that.
Mate, I used to see that fucking Callow Fit sauce.
Yeah.
I would literally sit with a spoon and just fucking scoosh out the fucking spoon and just like eat it. Mate, £2.50 a pop. I must spend about 250 quid on about 100 bottles. Joe's like, where's all your money going to? Like, I'm like, I don't fucking know. I've got like 10 bottles of that Califit stuff. I'm not doing that again though. See going forward.
Oh, it's so bad.
No, it's horrible.
Digestion is awful.
No, it didn't. My digestion's perfect. I never had.
Oh, really? It gubs mine.
Nah, I'm quite lucky. But oh, mate, nah, because mate, you fucking start thinking about that. Then you start looking at other sauces. Oh, a wee salted caramel sauce. That's going straight in my basket. And then you end up looking at a million sauces. Mate, I ended up with some fucking tiramisu sauce. I don't even like tiramisu, and I was like, what? I'm like, I didn't buy this. Whereas like Prep Taylor's like,
oh,
it doesn't count if I don't look when I order it. But sorry, going back to the original point though.
yeah.
If I plan into starting though, I will have them on base calories for a couple of weeks just to assess. Initially, like I wouldn't have anything like that put in.
Yeah.
Because then you can't. You don't know what the fuck's going on with the food. You know what I mean? We need to almost kind of try and set a baseline to then see how responsive they are to food, and then you can manipulate in accordance. And again,
I think like even meal macro breakdowns always help as well. Like you have an overall macro day, and if you come up with a diet plan that they can always try and set to and break down each meal, it always helps kind of like adherence as well. Because even if it's a case of like, oh, I can get meal one, my first meal, my last meal, and but my other meals are kind of fucked because I can't get access to like cooking and stuff like that. That's when that can come in handy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, and like you were saying, I mean, the only time you'd ever really and you know what? I used to be like, yeah, cheat meal is really good, but see, since kind of taking a step back and looking at it from a different like stance, like in Patrick Tour, I was watching the UK Pro Muscle podcast today, and he was saying he was fucking raging, man. Jamie Joel, is just his bodybuilder for people who don't know, said that how he has them, and mate, Patrick Tour looked in disgust. He looked he was like I just don't understand why you would do that, because because the stress on your GI, like why would you do that? But like sometimes, I mean, sometimes it's hard it takes a while to build that emotional until to kind of like disattach yourself. Is that a word? Disattach? To not be attached to food as much, to kind of have no emotional attachment to food. And I think that's like the hardest part about off-plan meals is you fixate so much, man. And they do serve a purpose, but I would probably just look at it as a free meal, and the benefit being just to relax and just to chill out.
Yeah. Like
my opinion is totally starting to change over the past couple months.
Depends on how much you want your goal.
Yeah. That too.
If you want it like as soon as possible, 100%. But if it's like, oh, this year my overall goal is to get fitter, then you'll probably end up having them. Then it's fine. So as long as it's sustainable, yeah.
You just got any like really memorable like times that you've maybe went off plan or like cheat meals that you've had? So I've got, I can share quite a funny story that. So when I did my show back in 2018, I was obviously like, I can't remember. I was like 6 weeks out maybe. And I was really fucking suffering. I was really fucking dying, and had all the usual. Yeah, like I had all the usual things that I just was struggling to sleep because I was so hungry. Like you wake up every couple of hours, your stomach's rumbling, blah blah blah. Basically, long story short, I woke up it was literally the middle of the night, like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I was absolutely starving. And I feel like I almost did it in like a sleepwalk, but I was like, fuck this, man. And I put shorts on, put a top on, got in my car and drove to a 24-hour McDonald's. went to a drive-through and I bought like 20 chicken nuggets, double cheeseburgers, just hundreds of shit. I ate it all, drove home, went back to sleep. And then when I woke up in the morning, I was like, oh my fucking God, like, I can't believe I've done that. And I was so upset and angry at myself that it then knocked on into that day. And that whole day, I just had a whole day off plan. Like,
Fuck.
Oh,
I didn't know that. I didn't tell me that, you naughty boy.
I went to Asda, I was eating cereal, I was eating pizza, I had a whole fucking binge day. So it started at 3 o'clock in the morning and it went all the way in. But the thing is, I didn't tell my coach that I'd done it. And I was like, this was on Thursday, and I knew I had to check in with him on Saturday. And I was like, I was like 5 or 6 pounds up, obviously.
Oh no!
Tons of water retention. I was like, oh my God, like how am I gonna get away with this? I did my check-in, just did my photos, and he didn't say anything. But I think it was one of those ones. I don't know. I think he probably fucking seen, right, something's not quite went right this week. But I don't know. I feel like he maybe just let that slide, and then I was just kind of back on track after that. But I mean, there you go. Like, I'm certainly not fucking perfect. Like, doing a prep is fucking solid. Like,
I've got 2 stories.
That's my wee story. That's my confession.
This, after when the announcement got made and we were all pure like, right, prep's done, and it was a random time of the day, the binge I went on was pretty bad. I took the huff straight away, so I ended up having like 4, instead of having 2 sachets of oats and 1 Rice Krispie bar, I had 4 Rice Krispie bars, 5, 6 sachets of oats, hundreds of jam. Then went straight to Tesco, 2 white chocolate Twixes, 2 white Kinder Buenos, straight to Five Guys, 2 large burgers, fries. What was it? On a cheese toasty. If you've not had one of them, by the way.
Oh, yeah,
Five Guys. 4 Tantrum donuts, tub of Ben and Jerry's, tube of Pringles and dips, and then another 4 white chocolate Twixes because I bought 32 off Amazon accidentally.
Man. How many tubs of cream egg ice cream did you have in your freezer?
Oh
12.
12
tubs.
Fraser had.
Yeah, mate, see, no. See those 32 white chocolate Twix bars? They were done within the week.
Yeah,
the first week of that prep done. 32. I had a photo shoot on the Friday, and I just became so mentally detached that, and I was so lean that I was literally in this day of the photo shoot just there munching on white chocolate Twixes. Like, I really don't give a fuck anymore.
Do you get any stories like that, Taylor? Like any times you've went off plan and you maybe shouldn't have, or just memorable cheat meals?
I mean, like I've never like went off plan, but I mean, after my show, I went pretty fucking hard though.
Yeah.
After my show, I went very hard. I can't actually remember though. It all just kind of happened, and before I knew it, had a incredibly sore stomach, and
yeah. I felt good. Remember, the other one was like after Hull last year, Darren. Remember me literally eating myself to sleep. I proper like could not keep awake.
Yeah.
Literally after the show, I was binging, and then we went to get burgers and stuff. And Andy was telling a story, and like started eating like his chips. And after he finished the story, I was done and like falling asleep on the table in the restaurant.
Well, that's what happened. You're so fucking deprived, man.
Oh, mate.
Andy's
we're trying to watch the finale of Line of Duty as well, and I'm trying to eat a tub of ice cream, like trying to fall asleep at the same time.
Nah, I used to be quite bad in the off season on my off plan meals. So I would go to Five Guys and get like 2 burgers, large fries, hot dog, milkshake. Then on the way back, I'd get a pizza from Razzo, an enchilada and a burrito. And I'd smash that in one. Yeah, mate. I but that was when I was fucking huge. I was like, that's the heaviest I ever got, and I could pack away so much food, mate. It's insane. I tried to be fair, my calories are pretty high right now, but yeah, man. I feel like right now though, I'm in a good place with regards to like my mind. So it's not even coming to mind, man. It's not even coming to mind. I'm just fucking laser focused right now, which is awesome. But I think that just comes down to just try to juggle everything right now, mate. Like I was saying earlier, probably going off on a tangent, but see, when you're busy, you don't have fucking time to think about it. I like knowing what my meals are.
That's when I like being on a set plan even more, because you don't think about food. You know, you've just got to cook, make, there, done, dusted. Yeah. If you're tracking, you have to fiddle about and think about numbers and stuff.
That's why another reason I couldn't be arsed on macros is you spend so much time fucking trying to calculate. I mean, no doubt you probably become better at it.
Yeah.
It's like
the initial stages, fuck that.
But nothing against it. If you can do it and you're willing to do it, do it. No. I just can't bring myself to do it.
I was just gonna say, like, if you're mega busy, you don't have time to have cravings. You're too busy thinking about it. You're working away, you're doing whatever you're doing. It's people that are just sitting about the house watching.
Depends on how deep in the prep you are.
You're just gonna want to fucking board to meet.
Yeah.
And that's when you get cravings at night. If you're just sitting watching TV, like, try and keep your mind focused. Like, think about other things. Like, it's okay to have cravings. Like, if cravings will come, like, that's normal for general, like, kind of gen pop people. But it's a difficult one if you're just sitting about fucking bored. Like, it's like, read a book, go out a walk, like, try and take your mind off it. Have like a diet juice, like a Pepsi Max cherry or something. Like, have a low calorie kind of drink, something that kind of might satisfy a sweet tooth craving. But there's loads of wee tricks and things you can do if you feel like you're hungry. One of the most basic ones is just drink water. Water temporarily sits in your stomach and makes you feel full for like 10-15 minutes, whatever. But it's 10-15 minutes if you're not feeling like you're fucking starving. So
yeah, I was tanking like 4 or 5 of these a day. But
yeah,
I'd say that was a bit much though.
Yeah, that's quite a lot.
after a certain point though, mate, it's too much. And
I hate when you get to that point in prep. Like, you'll maybe know what I mean, Darren, as well. And you're like, per client, you're going to the fucking toilet twice per client because you're pissing so much because you're so much water to keep yourself full. You're literally like, with a client, you're literally like, get back after peeing. You're like, you know what? I actually probably could go back and do another pee right now.
Fucking horrible.
Why don't we try and just kind of recap? So just kind of maybe take home messages for people that are listening and they're maybe wanting some advice on how to go about cheat meals or if they're okay to have. So
compensate your calories if you're going for a cheat meal. In my opinion, you will get faster results just purely because you'll get maybe better selection of micronutrients and stuff on a set plan. Flexible dieting is absolutely brilliant. You can definitely use that as well. Just need to make sure you always prioritize quality nutrition over anything else. If you want to go an off-plan meal, compensate your calories. If you can track it, do it, make it fit. That's still good.
One of the best
ways. Meal though, just compensate your calories from other days.
Yeah. I didn't mean to interrupt there. I was just going to say, one of the best ways to, what did you say, compromise calories?
Compensate. Like, so like, say if you're on 2,000 calories a day, and you're planning on having an extra cheat meal, maybe do the day before and 1,500 or something like that to compensate. Just even a little attempt might help.
I was just going to ask you to elaborate on that for people that are listening. So like, one of the good techniques that I like to use is if I know I'm going to have a cheat meal, I'll do 0 carbs, like either the day before or probably just the day of the cheat meal. So if I know that, right, this Saturday, I'm going to have an off-plan meal. So meal 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, I'm going to do 0 carbs. So I'm just going to do protein and veggies. So it's essentially just extremely restricted calories throughout the day. So that then at night, obviously, I'm going to be going. I'm not going to go mental, but I'm going to be having some excess of calories. So what you're doing there is you're like damage control, like damage limitation. And then even the day after you have a cheat meal, if you really went overboard, you could even do 0 carbs or low calories on that day as well. So
go another walk, burn more. Just push yourself, be in a deficit of some sort, somehow.
Yeah. But we're definitely not suggesting that general population people eat chicken and rice and don't ever have cheat meals, because that's just you're going to have a horrendous relationship with food. So I think that if you're just a general client who's wanting to lose weight, you should always include at least one kind of treat meal or off-plan nice meal that you enjoy, like once a week, just so that you're not totally restricting yourself of food. And there's not really any such thing as a bad food, so you shouldn't be too restrictive, I think. But again, it's client dependent, so it's obviously hard to give generalized answers to this, but every client,
how much you want your goal, how soon, how long, whatever. Short, long-term goals can determine whether or not you can have one or not.
Yeah, and again, I think going back to the point is how bad do you actually want it?
Yeah.
You know?
Or how quick do you want your results?
Yeah.
Maybe a better way of saying it.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you've only got 6 weeks until like a holiday or something, just don't have a cheat meal for 6 weeks, and you're gonna look better than if you had a weekly cheat meal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Right,
well, boys, that's episode 5 done boosted. I was like short and sweet, man. Just, mate, we're all just so busy with everything right now. So obviously we'll try and sit down again in the coming weeks and get another one and actually have more time.
Taylor, can you give us some Spanish to sign us off?
Nah. I'll get embarrassed.
Taylor used to live in Spain when he was younger, and he's told me that before, but I just totally forgot about it. And we had a conversation the other day about it, and I was like, "What? You can speak Spanish? Like, how can you speak Spanish? And why can you speak Spanish?"
Are you actually fluent in Spanish?
Yes.
Mate,
I'm not just a pretty face.
Muy bueno. That's Spanish.
Say something in Spanish.
This is what everyone fucking says, man.
It's like
say something.
Say a table for 4, please.
No, fuck off.
Uno mesa, cuatro, por favor.
Consuela.
Yes.
Right, boys, it's been a pleasure. That's episode number 5.
Pleasure.
See you in a bit.
Bye.
Bye.